Sylvan Goldman had built a shopping cart that worked perfectly. Unfortunately, real customers treated it like an embarrassing relative at a wedding. So he tried a wonderfully unusual solution. If ordinary shoppers refused to push the carts, he would pay people to pretend they already loved them. In 1937, long before social media, Goldman created something remarkably familiar: the supermarket influencer. Welcome back to Hidden Hands of History. In Episode 1, Goldman noticed shoppers abandoning purchases when their handbaskets became too heavy. He and Fred Young built a folding two-basket carrier on wheels. It was practical, clever, and rejected. Women thought it resembled a baby carriage. Men feared it looked weak. Now Goldman needed to change not the machine, but the meaning of the machine. Goldman understood a basic human habit. When we are uncertain, we watch other people. An empty restaurant feels suspicious. A busy restaurant feels promising. We tell ourselves we are independent thinkers, then order the dish from the next table because it looks good. Goldman reasoned that customers might accept the cart if they saw people like themselves using it confidently. The invention needed social proof before social proof became marketing vocabulary. Goldman hired models of different ages and appearances to walk through the store while pushing his carriers. Their assignment was not complicated. Choose groceries, roll down the aisles, and look as if using the machine was the most ordinary thing in Oklahoma. No speeches, no sales pitch, just relaxed, visible confidence. They were influencers without followers, ring lights, or a future apology video. He also placed a friendly greeter near the entrance. When hesitant customers arrived, she encouraged them to take a carrier and could point toward the hired shoppers already using one. Imagine Mrs. Bell smiling and saying, "Everyone is using them." Technically, everyone was a carefully selected cast. But the message worked. This was not a symbol of weakness or childcare. It was simply what modern shoppers did. At first, a real customer might touch the handle as cautiously as if the cart could ask for a loan. Then she pushed. The wheels rolled. The baskets carried the weight. Nothing terrible happened. Nobody laughed. In fact, other shoppers barely noticed because people were already using them. Mrs. Parker could shop without sacrificing an arm, and one small social barrier quietly collapsed between the canned beans and the bread. Mr. Miller watched another broad-shouldered man use a carrier without losing his dignity, his mustache, or his citizenship. That mattered. Soon, carrying a painfully heavy basket no longer looked strong. It looked inconvenient. The clever part of Goldman's strategy was that he did not argue with customers about pride. He changed the picture around them until the pride could move in a new direction. One customer tried it, then another. Once the carrier became familiar, its usefulness did the rest. Shoppers stayed longer, selected more items, and reached the checkout less exhausted. The strange contraption became a normal part of the store. Goldman had not forced anyone to change. He had removed the fear of looking foolish, and then let convenience make the sale. The cart also changed the question inside every shopper's head. Before, it was, "Can I carry this?" Now it became, "Can I fit one more thing?" You enter for bread and milk. 20 minutes later, the cart contains cookies, cheese, 6 cans of beans, a decorative plant, and a kitchen tool whose purpose remains mysterious. The cart removed a physical limit and made impulse shopping much easier. The effect reached beyond individual purchases. Customers could move through larger stores and transport more goods with less effort. Supermarkets expanded, aisles evolved, and carts became part of the architecture of shopping. Goldman patented his folding carrier and built a highly successful business around it. One simple observation: tired arms and shopping trips helped reshape modern retail. One important correction: the modern cart did not emerge fully formed from a single inventor. Goldman and Fred Young developed the folding basket carrier. Later, inventor Orla Watson designed a nesting system, allowing carts to slide into one another for compact storage, the familiar line of carts we recognize today. Patent disputes followed before an agreement was reached. History, like a supermarket aisle, sometimes has more than one person reaching for the same thing. Of course, the shopping cart created a new mystery, the rebellious wheel. Every cart seems to have four wheels, but one has rejected teamwork. It shakes, it squeaks, it pulls aggressively toward the cereal. You are not steering the cart, you are negotiating with it. Goldman gave us freedom from heavy baskets. He could not protect us from wheel number 4. Goldman's real achievement was not only putting baskets on wheels. He understood that usefulness is not enough. People must feel comfortable being seen with a new idea. His first launch solved the physical problem. His second launch solved the emotional one. By making the cart look normal, he changed embarrassment into convenience, and convenience changed behavior. So the next time your cart develops a personal grudge against the cereal aisle, remember Sylvan Goldman, Fred Young, and the shoppers who were once too embarrassed to touch their invention. Without them, you might still carry everything by hand. Then again, you might not have bought that enormous bag of snacks you definitely did not need. If you enjoyed this hidden story, follow the channel, share the episode, and tell us in the comments, what ordinary object should we uncover next?